day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all to Limbus Company! Face the sin, save the ego! It's here at last, and we're here to finally play! It released very early in the morning last night. But I was there right on time to make sure I was playing it live. So if you want to see me playing it live, be sure to check out Twitch down in the description below, because I'll be playing more of it tonight. But for now, I suppose, just enjoy and see how the game begins. You got 15 minutes till the content begins. Precisely. And in the end, I can just manually click it as well. I mean, it completely ruins the transition, which is there. We're from my old stream software, but we've got it working. We're just here and we're waiting. Wait, the game isn't out yet. No, the game's here! Technically. I can log in! I can log in! It's not even out yet and I can log in! Screw you all! Peck you! Do you see now? You can't run from us. Me. You dare interrupt me just as I was engraving the... You must be out of your... What the fuck? I'm taking the stream down. Early access. If we're being technical, what our master has planned apparently isn't one of the city's taboos. It's just the kind of thing that no one has dared to consider. You catch my drift? Huh? Would you look at that? Huh, would you look at that? Oh, you look cool. You look cool. You managed to get a different head in so fast. Do people like you always come prepared? Just wait till I get the... You'll be no match for my...
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는 모양인데?
Haha, I guess that new noggin doesn't come with a mouth, huh?
째깍거리는 소리만 들리네.
Yep, ticking is all I can hear. You think they're screaming on the inside? Your head is a clock. You know what? I feel my head being a clock is a very fitting thing for me. Where's my Limbus? It's bull crap. I love how I'm in. I love how I just logged in. We got 10 minutes. The servers aren't up yet. I'm in the game. The servers aren't here yet. Yet it's working. Oh, I love this. It's ticking faster, so I guess they can still feel pain. Damn it! Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memories are dissolving already. The was done too quick. What? They've gone quiet already? Let's get this over with. Wolf, this is this is a place no one visits, and somewhere none can see. What's the hurry? We must follow her teachings. We can't drag on any longer. Yeah, but this is the moment of a lifetime. We're not gonna get a second chance to kill someone of this caliber. Lion, you have a tendency to grow too emotional during your jobs. I hope you can show some discretion. It's a shame. I wanted to have a look at your face. I reckon you won't tell us where your star is, right? Like hell I am! I'm taking location to the grave with... Damn it. Where was supposed to be again? My memories are escaping me too quickly.
그렇군.
Right. No mouth.
자연히 그것을
Which in
찾을
turn
방법도
means we won't learn how to acquire it from this person.
그럼 이제 끝내도 돼?
Can I end them now?
그래.
Sure.
이거 무슨 소리야?
Hey, what's that noise?
표범.
Don't tell me. Panther, did you allow yourself to get be tracked?
아니, 쫓아올 자는
No.
아무도 없었어.
There was no one that could have pursued
짐승일
me.
확률은
Perhaps a wild animal?
짐승 소리가 아니야. 이건
This is not the sound a beast would make. It's
버스.
a bus? Fuck you, a bus. It's a bloody train.
저런 게 어떻게 여기까지
How did it even
끌려들어왔지?
end up here?
조난당한 버스.
Must have taken a wrong turn. Whew, the price they'll pay for taking the wrong road will be heavier than they expect. Road rage! Wabam! Yeah, here it bugged for me.
사자가
It bested lion's strength. Ooh, this is one thing you always have to give Project Moon. The sound effects are just cutting edge.
여전히 내 눈이
For me,
틀림없다.
the cutscene just stops.
당신은 영광의 항구에
If my eyes are still right, then will you reach the harbor of glory? Who are you? That nameplate says Faust.
어두운 숲에서
You've
길을
lost your
잃었군요.
way in the dark forest. I'm sorry. What?
하지만 당신은
Yet you were not
않았어요.
overcome with fear.
왜일까요?
Why is that? Why was that? That's... I could simply lift my head to find the star.
그래요.
That's right.
이제 그 형상을
Now
되뇌면서
repeat with the heart
제가 하는 말을
about.
마음으로
Now
외치세요.
repeat with the heart what I tell you aloud as you remind yourself of the image. Because you're doing this too late for me. It's too late for me! It's 1 AM and yet I'm still here. I have no excuse to be here. There is no valid good reason why I am here. Europe got screwed with the release of this game. But what are we? Whatever.
너의 별을 따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. At that moment, I felt a sudden thump in my head, followed by the string of several chains penetrating my chest. Well, what do you mean Europe got screwed? It's 8 PM in the east coast of America. That's not reasonable time either. It's more reasonable than 1 AM.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로
Relax.
심장을 못
Though
쓰게
it may
된 게
feel
아닙니다.
otherwise, your heart is still functional.
이것으로 계약은 완료되었습니다.
With this, the pact has been sealed. Sinner number 2, Faust.
단테, 이제 저희는 당신의
Dante,
시간에
from this day
귀속되었습니다.
forth, we are bound to your time. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이
The
먹고
beating of
뛰는
our hearts now
당신의
depends
시각이
on where your
어디
hands
위치하는지에
fall.
따라 잘 부탁드려요.
I hope you'll make a fine leader. Our?
정말 이걸로 된 건가요?
Is that everything?
사과 한 알이
A
떨어졌어.
single apple has fallen. This guy's
사람은
still not
아직도
making
이상한
any
소리만 하네.
sense.
찌뿌둥해. 이제 움직여도 되는
Jeez.
거지?
The wait was killing me. Finally some action now?
뭐 몸을
Well.
풀어보는 것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Well, I guess we could use a little warm-up.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지?
What is that wretch
우리의 마지막
miserably
병이 될
writhing
자인가?
on the ground? Are they to be the newest addition to the team?
말 조심하는
You
게
might
좋을
want to
거야.
watch your words.
우리 상사가
I heard
되었는데.
that our soon-to-be boss.
습격은 순식간이었을
The
텐데
attack must have happened in
용케
an
머리를
instant.
숨겼군요.
I'm impressed you managed to hide your head. Who are you people? And what's up with with this bus?
우리는 당신을 돕기 위해 찾아온
We are the
정의
bearers of
사자들이고
justice who have come to
이건
aid you.
원하는
And
곳은
this is the
어디든 갈
magical
수 있는
bus that takes us
마술버스죠.
wherever we wish to go. Justice? Bus? I don't...
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요.
Wasn't that what you
그렇게
Wasn't that
생각하는
what you
쪽이
expected to
마음
hear?
편할 테니.
Either way, you're better off believing us to be your savior is...
시간도 없고 유리한
We're
상황이
racing
아니니까
against time,
천천히.
and the situation
하지만
isn't
한
in our
번만
favor.
설명하죠.
So let me explain this once more. Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? After some time has passed. So, if I'm not mistaken here, I do as you've said, those total strangers will fight them.
맞아요.
Correct.
당신이
So long
올바르게
as you
명령을
give them the right
내린다면요.
orders. Right. So we'll kill these arrogant vandals dead. Then I'll go back to where I was. And... What was I doing? Where was I when I did that? Something extremely important was upon me. Something I shouldn't forget.
진정해요. 그
Calm
머리로
down. It's
기억에
only
온전하게.
natural to happen with your current head.
지금은 눈앞에 놓인 전투에
You should
집중하죠,
focus on the
단테.
struggle at hand, Dante. Pardon.
뭐라고 불러야 할지.
I'm not sure how I should address you.
시계
Would
지휘관님?
Commander Clock suffice? In any case, we await your orders.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계전투밖에 답이
Do we
없잖아.
really need orders? Seems like going one-on-one is the only way. Huh? Hey!
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는 거야?
Quit running your
그만이잖아.
mouth! We just need to crush them all!
최선을 다해주세요. 단테.
Please, do your best, Dante. There's no two ways about it, I suppose. Can we appreciate the loading screen? I just like... This is so Project Moon with this loading screen. It's amazing. The loading screen is very cool. The loading screen is amazing. Ah! Now we get to the combat. Allow me to teach you the basics of combat management. Cool! Perfect! Please! You can give orders to the sinners by chaining skills to the dashboard at the bottom of the screen. I admit, I have not watched a single trailer or gameplay video or anything about this game, so I'm actually going in blind! I know I shouldn't be. I know I should be better, especially as this is the game everyone's been waiting for. Especially as this is the game everyone is probably gonna come back to my channel for if I have any hope. But, I'm going in blind. Try pressing this gear on the left. Right, hold on, please. Right, the settings are complete. How's the game sound? Is it too quiet now? Either way. We connect the chains. And after you have formed a chain of skills, press the right gear to begin combat. Okay. I'm noticing these guys appear to be out of our league. It appears we need a powerful attack. Let's form a chain for it. I don't know what determines these chains. Let's just keep going. By chaining 2 or more skills of the same affinity this turn, you will cause resonance. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what these 2 are. Is it by color or the attack type? This affinity. Causing sin affinity. Resonance boosts the damage of skills with the same sin affinity. Their color, in other words. Okay. The damage of each skill is boosted by the number of skills that come before it. So that one is boosted by that one. Okay. I don't think it got very boosted. If I'm honest. That wasn't enough. We must strike them even harder. Try chaining our skills again. By chaining three or more skills of the same affinity in direct succession, you will cause an absolute resonance. What is absolute resonance? As we just covered, chaining 3 or more skills of the same affinity in succession causes absolute resonance. Every skill under absolute resonance receives a damage boost based on their total number. Likewise, this boost especially shines with more resonating skills. Right. Okay.
좋아, 간다.
Okay, that was a cool animation then. With her just sliding underneath. You will find the yellow stagger thresholds on the health bars of both your sinners and your enemies. What is stagger? I love how this is so similar to Library of Runia, yet so different. When an attack puts a unit's HP below one of the yellow-lined thresholds, they become staggered. While staggered, all physical resistances change to fatal. If a unit's HP drops past multiple stagger thresholds in a single turn, their stagger level will increase. This stagger level can go up to 3, and as it increases, the damage the unit takes is amplified. Well done, we've staggered an enemy. Now keep up the fight with what I've taught you so far. Oh, good fucking god, you're making me do it myself now. Okay. This seems familiar. I don't know what these numbers below are. Oh well! Can I learn about the individual skills or not? Maybe after this tutorial fight. Yeah, maybe after the tutorial fight. Let's see how things go. And there. Yeah, there goes the tutorial. We get owned. Completely owned. Yeah, the teammates have now decided we're taking part and we are going to destroy you. Here comes the end of our sinners. Defeat. I am such a good commander. I am such a good commander. You appear to be getting murdered. I know! It's such a thing, is it? I don't get it. This is what lions struggled against?
잠깐만.
Whoa! Hold on! I know this is kind of weird coming from someone you were just fighting, but I'm pretty sure we can talk this up. Nah, I don't think you can talk it out.
이건
This
이상적이지 않소.
is Unideal. Huh.
처음부터
I
말이
knew
안
it was
되는
a
싸움이라고
ridiculous
생각했는데.
idea to put up a fight against them. Well, they just got cut in half.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
Are you kidding? I haven't even... What the hell is going on? You said you'll fight in my stead!
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
We never promised to win said fights. What?
그리고
And it seems that I'm the only survivor. Okay, so you were waiting for this? You have some hidden card up your sleeve, right?
비장의 수.
Not necessarily a trump, no. Rather,
별을
it's
따라가는
about
거죠.
following the star. She says as she gets stabbed. Egg, you lied to me, you're not a survivor.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가?
What
썩
is
유쾌하진
this? Some
않-
kind of suicidal performance? Not the funniest lives to end. What am I supposed to do? They jumped in triumphantly, only to die like flies. Gah! I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Tell the serpent this, false
그건
lion.
막을 수 없는 흐름이라고.
Man with red eyes. This flow cannot be stopped. I'm not gonna try and repeat that.
붉은색.
Red? But why? Can we have him? Can we have him as a sinner? Can he do our fighting for us, please?
내가 왜 팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
Do you know why I only dismembered those two?
그래야 사지 멀쩡한
Because at least
네가
one of
저들을
you needs to
데리고
be able to carry the rest out of
곳을
here.
벗어날 테니까.
Somber.
달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해
And you're the only one left to
나밖에
offer them
없으니.
any help.
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마.
Don't glare at me like
이놈들이
that.
해놓은 짓에 비하면
This is nothing
별것도
compared to
아니잖아.
what you did.
그 정도 부상이면
With wounds like
위에서도
those, I'm sure your
충분히 할
boss
일을
will
했다고
recognize
생각할
that you did
거다.
your part.
헌장처럼
Consider them a
여기라고.
medal of honor.
아니면
Unless
여기서 명줄을
you
놓고
want this to
싶은가?
be the end of your life. Who are you one of them? You're too late. They're all ready.
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다.
No one is too late, Dante.
우리에게 필요한 건
There
오직
is only one thing we need.
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
A little time to rewind. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sharp pain in my chest, as though my heart were being torn asunder. Okay. Followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. Engulfed in a deluge of torment, twisting and squeezing my entire body, I let out an agonizing scream. In my fading consciousness, the only thing I could perceive was the deceased's flesh reconstructing in a bizarre manner.
앞으로도 끝내주게 고통스러울
You'll
겁니다.
suffer a plenty
Dante.
from now on, Dante. And the voice of the man with red eyes. Well. And here we are, back with the really weird transitions. With a nice pint glass of water in my hand, may we take this moment to give Project Moon a quick cheers at another game well done, and here's to a hopeful another year of successful video streams and everything else that's to come with Limbus Corp. Cheers, Project Moon! Without you, this channel would be nothing. And we all know that. I hear the howl of a beast somewhere. It cries ceaselessly. Is it wailing out of hunger, or
움찔움찔거려. 일어난 걸까?
a bored Mephistopheles? I love how my camera's in the way of telling us where we are. They're being itchy twitchy. Did they get up?
드디어 정신을 차렸군.
Awake at last.
버티지 못하고
I would have been a
골랐으면
tad disappointed if you
조금
croaked on
실망할
us.
뻔했어.
상쾌한 아침. 나는야 버스 기사 카런.
You look like Pamela and her twin. What's with you? Fresh morning. This is Caron, the bus driver. Caron. I love how blatant the naming schemes is.
아침은 아니지만 상쾌하긴
It's
하겠어.
not morning, but I
기분이
guess
어떻습니까,
it
Dante?
is refreshing. How do you feel, Dante? Well, I
제각거리는군.
tick-tocking like a clock.
의사소통이 안 되는 건 제법
Some
곤란한데.
language barrier this is.
저는
You
베르길리우스라고
may
합니다.
call me
이
Virgilus.
말이 제대로 들린다면
Virgilus. I don't know how to say that name.
취하시죠.
If you can understand what I'm saying, give me some kind of reaction, Dante. I give him a quick nod since he didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔 문제가 없고.
Good. At least your
일단
hearing is
출발하지,
functional.
카론.
Let's ride, Caron.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
She said it! She said it! Broom, broom. She said it. I love how that's like one of the most iconic sounds of this game. Ever since the trailer, people went mad for it. Vroom, vroom. Now departing. Vroom, vroom. There was a heavy roar and vibrations, as though they echoed from the bottom of a deep mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. A bus. I can't be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Do you remember who you were? I shook my head to say no. I had been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism.
원래 기억을 되찾고
I
싶지.
suppose you want your memory back.
그렇지 않나?
Am I right? I nodded. I sure feel like an idiot.
매끄럽군.
Smooth as
다들
it
이렇게
gets.
몸짓으로만
What's to
말하면
stop the
안
rest
되는
of you
건가?
adopting this gesture-based communication?
어떻게 생각하지?
Any
파우스트
words
씨?
of yours, Miss Faust?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요.
Faust will kindly turn down the offer.
저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일
I
수 있는
doubt we'll
상황이
have that
그렇게
much
많지는
freedom
않을
over
것
our own
같으니까요.
bodies most of the time. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair that glistens even without sunlight gives off a rather mysterious air. I like Faust.
단테.
Dante. Dante? Come to think of it, the red-eyed man has been calling me that too.
단테는 당신의 이름이에요.
Dante is your name. The amnesia must be affecting you rather severely. Sure looks like it. That doesn't sound like a familiar word.
점차 익숙해질
You'll
거랍니다.
get used to it in time. This isn't your name originally, but it's your name now. Get used to it. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie, or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but ticking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어를
Faust can hear
들리는
what you intend to speak. You really can? But how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은
Outdated
머리를
ideas
바꿔서
must be
생긴
one of
건가요?
the side effects that came with your head replacement.
성대나 혀 따위의 발성
It's
기관이
an
있어야만
anarchistic-
대화를 할 수 있다는 것.
Anachronistic
시대
to think that
차별적인
vocal
이야기죠.
organs, such as the cords or tongue, are necessary to participate in conversation. I love this woman. I love this woman already. She is my favorite. Anachronistic. Right. I never considered that.
당신의 말은 한
You can limit the
사람에게만 보낼 수도
reception of your words to one person,
모두에게 전달할
or
수
choose to
있답니다.
speak to everyone at once.
아,
Ah,
모두라는
a little
말은
clarification.
수정해야겠군요.
When I say everyone,
수감자들에게만
I'm referring to the sinners. Sinners?
당신의 뒤에 앉아
The
있는
people who have taken seats behind you,
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운
and the
사람들을
ones who
말하는
fought in
겁니다.
your stead until moments ago.
그대가 이 여정을 함께할 마지막 조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
That's Don Quinilsky. That's Don, isn't it? That excitement then, that felt like it was Don. What? Ooh! So thou art the final piece that completes our journey's cast? How I have yearned for this moment!
머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
Say, pal, where'd you sell your old cranium off?
당신이었군요.
So it was you.
당신
Thanks for putting my spine back into one piece. Were you a surgeon or something in a nest? In the nest?
다들 닥쳐라.
Quiet, everyone.
잡음이 겹치는
Nothing is
것만
more
그
displeasing
불쾌한
than
것도
to hear a choir of noises.
자기 소개가 필요한
I suppose you
시점이라고.
all owe them, or I suppose you all owe them a brief introduction.
그럼 가벼운
I'll give
인사를
you the
나눌
time to
시간을
make
주겠다.
yourselves known, starting with the
앞에 앉은
closest one.
것부터 시작.
Go on.
에이, 왜 이름은 항상 앞자리부터인지.
Why is it always the ones in the front that go first? I'm sick of taking any sort of lead now.
당신이 우리를 이끌.
I heard you were gonna be our boss, or yeah,
관리자라고
our
하던데.
manager. Manager?
그래.
Yep.
어떤 인물인지
Which is
굉장히
why I was
궁금했단
real
말이야.
curious to meet you, and
역시 뭔가
forming
말을
the right
만들고
sentences is tough work.
머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만.
Don't know what you did with your old
그거는
head,
사정이
but
있는 법이니까.
I guess everyone has their story.
나는 그레고르라고 한다.
I'm
잘
Gregor.
부탁한다고.
We're in this
관리자야.
together, manager bud. I love this introduction. I'm Gregor. We're in this together. Gregor! This sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or a sudden change of environment may cause parts or the whole of his body to transform into insectile, notably akin to a carapace resembling that of the tissues. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obligated to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check so that your disgust is not visible to him. He sometimes uses cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with, and you can get around him without much difficulty as long as you learn the knack of it.
그래. 양반이 뭐야 양반이.
Greg, they aren't just your bud or pal. We're talking to the person who'll make us filthy rich.
그래?
Greg? Rich? What's that about?
양반보다는
Let's see, what's better? Dante.
이름으로 부를게.
Don't mind me if I call you by name. You can call me Rhodia. Rodion. The unfortunate traits of being backstreets born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting, so it is advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. She tends to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at irregular intervals. There is nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass.
난 당신이 우리의
I think there's a,
관리자가
well,
된대.
good reason you
이유가
became our
있답니다.
manager.
원래는 둥지에
I'm sure
굉장한
you
사람이었겠지.
used to be a big deal back
그때
in the
버릇을
nest,
조금만
right?
내비쳐도
When your old
우리한테
habits start
돈이
coming
주르륵
back,
들어올
we'll be
생각을
that much
하니?
closer to rolling in the dough. She does have social ability, I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀
Oh
봐.
gosh, look at me
Yeah.
keeping
다음은
on.
내 차례야.
Hey kid, it's your turn next.
안녕하세요.
Good day.
아우, 시시해.
Oh, boring.
그게
That's it. Oh,
싱클레어라고.
I'm Sinclair. Sinclair. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age taken into consideration, this sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with this sinner. He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. You know, that profession being murder. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord? Is there anything else I need to say? I've never worked for a company before.
뭐, 앞으로
Well,
남은 날은
you'll learn the
많을
ropes
테니까.
in the coming days.
그럼 거기
Okay then,
친구가
how about
다
you next,
찾아왔다.
nerdy pal?
이상이라.
I am Yisang. Yisang, formerly the youngest chief researcher at the redacted wing. This sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday conversation with the sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Avoiding communication, altogether, will pose a risk of its own, however. If this sinner remains silent for a long time, that means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend waiting patiently for him. That's it.
이상해요.
No smoke, or mirrors. I waited for him to reveal that he was pulling a prank or something. But he just stared vacantly into the window, disinterested.
답답하네요.
I can't believe you people.
사회생활의 첫
Aren't
걸음은
proper
인사잖아요.
introductions the first step to being a member of society?
저를
Call me
이스마일이라고
Ishmael,
불러주세요.
if you please. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners. But do not worry, this sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. She is likely to make reasonable judgments, so it is a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you are seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it will be difficult to regain her trust. Of course, because Ishmael and the whale. You gotta love how each of these are based on their own characters, and Ishmael is, you know, Moby Dick.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이
I heard you
돌아왔다고
glued our
들었어요.
bodies back together from
앞으로도
pieces.
잘 부탁해요.
I look forward to working with you. She gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Although she emphasized sociality, she didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네.
Sorry to disappoint, because I don't care too much for fitting in.
히스클리프.
Name's Heathcliff. Used to be a professional wrecker for property and for people alike. Heathcliff. This sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Once you realize that he is the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him.
누가 시켜서가 아니라
Not under anyone's orders, mind you. I only did it to the buggers that got on my nerves.
당신도 조심하라고.
So you better watch it.
나는 윗사람이라고
I'm definitely allergic to cocky gaffers who think they can boss me around. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet.
드디어 이 몸의 차례인가? 난 돈키호테일세.
Okay. Okay. I know you are probably the favorite character that people have been looking forward to. But now that I see your manner of speaking, using words like, "'Tis my turn to speak! I am Don Quingstot!" I love you. I love you. You are I'm not sure if you beat Faust in my book, but you are definitely in the top 3. You are definitely in the top 3. Don Quizote. I don't even know how to say your second name first. Don. Yeah, just go Don. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionada of all things fixer. She adorns herself with a variety of fixer-related merchandise. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there is no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She is deeply immersed in her role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Has such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission.
그대와 함께
I am a fixer who shall sprint for the dream side by side. A pleasure to have thee. I think it's pronounced Quixote. Yeah, that's probably not too... they're all based on books, so it's a matter of just looking up. Let's be honest. If Don Quixote didn't speak old-timely, then they did the name Don Quixote wrong. A fixer? That definitely feels like a term I used to know.
해결사 말인가?
Dost thou wish to know what it is? I can answer thy question. Fixers are protectors of the city. Ah, perchance thou mayest struggle to remember the city. 'Tis.
나는 가벼운 인사를
I believe I said this was for brief introductions.
두번 말하게 하지 않았으면
Don't make me say it
좋겠어.
twice.
다음
Next.
홍루라고 한답니다.
My name's Hong Yu. I hope we can get along. Hong Yu, a sinner who has lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. As such, he has a certain admiration for a free life, but occasionally he might make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner or other aspects of the lowlife's lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, so it is ill-advised to let them get physical over it.
우와, 당신 그 머리
Wow,
근사한데요?
and look at you.
요새 유행하는
Isn't that a
모델인
fascinating head there? A popular model these days, I suppose. No, this isn't that kind
제
of...
취향은
It's
아니지만
it's not of my interest, though.
저건 무슨 말싸가지?
The hell's wrong with your attitude? Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. I love how you got the word revenge written on your bat there. That's kinda cool. But when he realized the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat back down.
요슈.
It's Roshu. Oh, I love your background. Your background is cool. Your background there is really cool, especially just because of the chained mask. Roshu. As they say, every person has their own creed, and it's only right to respect it as the exclusive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty in simply pretending to sympathize. You will have noticed that this sinner in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and a step backward for art. Caution. This sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It is advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Okay.
요르슈크.
Shuyu's nice to meet ya. Shu's nice to meet ya. At what point was I supposed to laugh?
메르소, 그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Mirasult. Please refer to me as such. Mirasult. Once clear and concise commands. Requires no judgment on his past. Quick and to the point. You're pretty polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다.
This isn't anything
그저
special.
보통의 태도입니다.
I'm simply behaving normally. I'm almost touched. Merci.
네,
Yes. It felt as if something were gravely amiss with him, but I can't seem to pin it down exactly. Altus. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting.
저는
I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with the motion of her hand.
관리자님이
Please,
먼저 자세를
I would
굽히라고
never make my manager grovel before me.
본인은
My name is
오티스라고 합니다.
Altus. I would like to
이제는
apologize for my
사과드리고
rudeness
싶습니다.
earlier. Altus. This sinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it is recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She is an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. You could trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Notice, unlike other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of this sinner is not permitted. Warning, keep an eye on this sinner and be aware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. It's Otis, you dunce. Rudeness. Haha. Oh, please. Your generosity is a
마음마저
humbling
이렇게
sight.
넓으실 줄이야. 역시 처음부터 저희를
I knew at
이끄실
first
분이라는
glance that
한눈에
you have
알아봤습니다.
what it takes to lead us. Huh? Sorry?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맡은
While most humans
소음과
cause
마찰을
noise and
이끌어내지만
friction as a result of commotion,
그중 소수는
some are
맡은
able to
것으로
reap
서로에게
mutual
이익이
benefit
되는
from
경우가
coming
있다고
head to
합니다.
head.
검을 날카롭게 벼리기
It could be
위해서
compared to the
그만큼 강한
relationship
숫돌이
between
필요한
a
것처럼
blade and a whetstone.
누구보다
I vow to
관리자님을
serve
위해
you with
헌신하겠습니다.
unrivaled devotion, exclusive
편히
manager.
써주시길.
My blade is yours to wield. That's reassuring. Thanks. I give her an approving nod, even though I still don't get what she meant by her rudeness.
숲에서는 불쌍하게
I'm amazed at how you can sing such
그런 말을
I'm amazed at how you can sing such bold-faced high praise not too long after calling them a miserably writhing wretch. I think I see now.
제가 마지막이네요.
It seems that I am last. Faust is the name. The sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by Limbus Company. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there is no hope of her parting with it. Ever. We recommend simply nodding once and getting over it. Even though she has unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out.
당신의 인생 중 한 번 만날까 말까한 천재죠.
A genius with whom you're lucky to cross paths even once in your life. Enjoying what you're seeing? Join the Discord server! We even have a special place to talk about Runia.
납득하지 못한 듯한
Sounds like you aren't convinced, Dante.
괜찮습니다.
Well, it's fine.
경험을
You'll
통해
come to learn,
차차 이해할
all
수
in due
있을 거예요.
time. Learn what?
파우스트가
That
진귀한
Faust is
천재였다는
indeed a
사실을
brilliant
말해요.
mind.
관측자가 깨닫지 못한다
What a
해도
proverbial...
사실이 진실이
When a
되는 일은
proverbial
없으니까.
tree falls, the fact that its sound cannot become truth when the outside observer fails to recognize it. Okay.
소개는 여기까지.
That's enough greetings.
단테,
Dante, let me explain your new occupation. You mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
They're asking if the job you're about to explain is that of a manager. Come to think of it, that red-eyed man couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자
That's
단테.
correct, exclusive manager
당신은
Dante.
지금 소개받은
You will
이
embark on a
연구를
trip to the
수감자와 함께
Inferno with the 12
지옥을
sinners
기행하게
who've
될
just
것입니다.
introduced themselves. The Inferno? Why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야
They're
하는
asking
이유는
why they need to travel to the Inferno.
지옥의
How
끝에는
about this?
보물이
Treasure
기다리고
awaits at the end of the
있으니까.
road. Would that
그렇게 말하면
suffice?
되겠습니까?
I don't... You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something? They
아예
can't seem to
알아듣지
get you at
못하는군요.
all.
이해를 요구한 건
I did not
아닙니다,
ask
단테.
for your understanding, Dante.
의사를 물은
Nor
것도
was this a
아니죠.
question of your willingness.
기억과 머리를
You'll have to
되찾고
listen to
싶다면
me if you want to reclaim your
말을
memories
들어야 할
and
겁니다.
original head. I mean, I do want them back, but
무적거리네요.
they're hesitant.
파우스트 씨,
Missed Faust.
단테가 계속해서
What will we
거부하면
do if Dante
우린
keeps
어떻게
on
되는
refusing
거지?
cooperation?
거부할
This was
거란
not a
예상은
scenario we
없었잖아.
anticipated. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you anticipated us to want to get straight into the game immediately and be willing to work with everyone, and seeing how all this works so well.
무슨 말씀을?
Preposterous.
파우스트는
Faust
모든
anticipates
것을
every
예상한답니다.
possibility.
단테,
Dante,
모든 임무를
once
마치고
you've
나면
completed all your missions,
당신은
you'll be
성의를
able
새길
to
수 있을
engrave the
거예요.
aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
I can promise you that. Aspect. A word that strikes my mind intensely. Even though my memories are gone, my underlying instincts are responding strongly to it. Led by intuition, I made my choice.
보이죠? 고개를
See
끄덕이잖아요.
there? They're nodding.
좋아. 계속
Good.
가면 되겠어.
Then we can continue.
그런데 카론,
By the way,
아까부터 왜
Charon,
출발을
why
안
isn't
하고
the bus
있지?
moving?
졸았나?
Were you dozing off?
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아. 베르.
A bus driver only snoozes at rest spots, Verge.
리피 앞에
Widows were hanging around in front of Mephi. Mephi. She calls the bus Mephi. Oh, best character. You're in the top three. You're in the top three. Faust, Don, and Charon. Top three characters. Mephi. The bus has a name. It's Mephi.
카론 말했잖아.
I told you,
버스에
Charon.
무슨 일이
If anything
생기면
happens with the
곧바로
bus,
알려야
you've got to let me know right away. Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스.
Mephistopheles.
이 버스의 이름이자
The name of this bus and the
구동하는
engine that runs
엔지니어.
it. And
그리고
Faust's
파우스트의
magnum
힘을
opus
키우는
corpus,
역작이죠.
Cordus.
지옥을 순항하기엔
An ideal
가능한
ferry boat to bear
나로
us
보낼 수
across
없지.
the inferno.
그렇게 생각하지
Wouldn't you
않습니까,
agree, Dante?
단테?
I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는
Looks like they're
익숙한
just another pack of
쥐새끼들이군.
dirty rats living in the back streets.
마침 잘 됐습니다.
This is
단테.
just the right time, Dante.
지휘를 연습하기는
They should make perfect
다
targets for
달라있는
practicing your
조건이군요.
command.
단테, 처음 전투에서는 생략한 부분이 많았어요.
Dante, I skipped over many details during our
제대로
first battle.
설명할 시간이
We were short on
없었으니까.
time, after all.
하지만 그런 식으로
However,
전투가
we'll
이루어지면
be slaughtered
우리는 항상
frequently if
도움을
no
받고
improvements are made to your strategy.
당신은 우리를
And in
살리기
turn,
위해
you'll have to
의미 없는
endure
고통을
senseless
느껴야만
pain
하겠죠.
over and over again to revive us. Pain. Revive. You mean what happened earlier was? Yes, we
당신은
were brought back to
시계를
life because
돌려주었기에
you turned
우리는
back the
살아나는
clock.
거랍니다.
당장
I
필요한
don't believe that
사용은 아닌
that much is
듯합니다.
necessary, Miss
파우스트 씨.
Faust.
자잘한 담소는
Save the chatter for
나중에
later. Sinners
너희들
off the
저는
bus.
하차.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Allow me to elaborate on combat. Back to the tutorial, guys! Well, everyone, I'm gonna have to leave the episode there, for you see, I think this episode has gone on long enough, and that tutorial is actually quite a long process. But if you want to see more of this, and you want to see me playing it live, be sure to check out Twitch, because I'll be my Twitch, link in the description, because I'll be playing it more of it tonight. And you know I can't get enough of this. So, everyone, I hope to see you there, but I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.